El Niño is a climate phenomenon characterized by the periodic warming of sea surface temperatures in the central and eastern tropical Pacific Ocean. It is one phase of the larger El Niño-Southern Oscillation climate pattern, which also includes La Niña, the opposite phase marked by cooler sea surface temperatures. El Niño events typically occur every 2 to 7 years and can have significant impacts on global weather patterns. They can lead to changes in precipitation, temperature, and atmospheric circulation in various regions around the world. Effects of El Niño can include droughts, floods, altered monsoon patterns, and disruptions to fisheries, agriculture, and ecosystems. El Niño events are closely monitored by meteorologists and climate scientists due to their far-reaching consequences for weather and climate conditions across the globe. El Niño is primarily caused by the weakening or reversal of the normal trade winds in the tropical Pacific Ocean. These trade winds typically blow from east to west, pushing warm surface waters toward the western Pacific. This process allows cold, nutrient-rich waters from deeper in the ocean to upwell along the western coast of South America, supporting productive fisheries. During El Niño events, several key changes occur. The first change includes the weakening of trade winds. The east-to-west trade winds weaken or reverse, allowing the warm surface waters to move eastward towards the central and eastern Pacific Ocean. Another change is the warming of sea surface temperatures. As the warm surface waters spread eastward, they raise sea surface temperatures in the central and eastern tropical Pacific. Moreover, warmer ocean temperatures influence the atmosphere, leading to changes in atmospheric pressure patterns and the jet stream. This, in turn, affects global weather patterns. These changes in the ocean atmosphere system are part of a natural climate variability phenomenon known as the El Niño-Southern Oscillation. The opposite phase, La Niña, involves stronger than normal trade winds and cooler sea surface temperatures in the central and eastern Pacific. The exact causes of El Niño events are complex and can be influenced by various factors, including ocean currents, atmospheric conditions, and interactions between the ocean and the atmosphere. While El Niño events have a natural component, there is evidence to suggest that climate change may also influence their frequency and intensity. Scientists continue to study these phenomena to better understand their causes and effects. El Niño events occur irregularly, with varying degrees of intensity and timing. Here are some of the notable years in which El Niño events occurred. From 1982 to 1983, a strong El Niño event, often referred to as the 1982 to 1983 El Niño, had significant global impacts on weather and climate. From 1997 to 1998, an El Niño event occurred that was one of the most powerful on record, with widespread catastrophic consequences, including wildfires, droughts, and heavy rainfall in various parts of the world. From 2002 to 2003, a moderate El Niño occurred, affecting weather patterns and ecosystems. From 2009 to 2010, another moderate El Niño event influenced global weather patterns, leading to droughts in some areas and heavy rainfall in others. From 2014 to 2016, this El Niño event was one of the strongest on record and extended into 2016. It brought about various impacts, including droughts, wildfires, and coral bleaching events. Please note that El Niño events can vary in intensity and duration, and they typically occur every 2 to 7 years on average. These are just a few examples of El Niño occurrences, and there have been many other El Niño events throughout history. Meteorological agencies and climate scientists continuously monitor and study these phenomena to better understand and predict their occurrence. It is important to take necessary precautions since meteorologists' research shows that it is certain that there will be an El Niño in the year 2024. If you do not know yet how to prepare for the coming El Niño, do not worry, because the next section of this video explains different ways you can prepare for the El Niño. Preparing for El Niño and its associated weather impacts involves a combination of personal, community, and government-level actions. Here are some steps you can take to prepare. The first step is to stay informed. Keep abreast of weather forecasts and updates from meteorological agencies and authorities. Pay attention to El Niño predictions to anticipate potential impacts in your region. The second step is to have an emergency kit. Assemble an emergency kit that includes non-perishable food, water, flashlights, batteries, a first aid kit, and essential supplies. Ensure you have enough to sustain yourself and your family for several days. The third step is flood preparedness. If you live in an area prone to flooding, consider investing in flood insurance if available. Elevate valuable items and install flood protection measures like sandbags or flood barriers around your property. The fourth step is water conservation. El Niño can bring both droughts and heavy rainfall. Be prepared for water shortages by conserving water when conditions are dry and ensuring proper drainage and flood protection when rainfall is excessive. The fifth step is to have a disaster plan. Develop a family emergency plan. Know evacuation routes, establish communication strategies, and identify a safe meeting place. Make sure all family members are aware of the plan. The sixth step is home maintenance. Conduct routine maintenance on your property. Clear gutters, trim trees and secure loose objects that could become hazards during strong winds. The seventh step is community engagement. Participate in local community preparedness efforts. Join or support disaster preparedness groups and initiatives in your area. The eighth step is agricultural planning. If you're involved in agriculture, adapt your farming practices to changing weather conditions. This may involve adjusting planting and harvesting schedules, or implementing drought-resistant crop varieties. The next step is to take advantage of government resources and guidelines for El Niño preparedness, especially if you live in regions where El Niño can have severe impacts. Local authorities may provide information and assistance. The last step is to take flood insurance. If you're in a flood-prone area, consider purchasing flood insurance if it's available. Standard homeowners insurance typically does not cover flood-related damage. Remember that the specific actions you need to take can vary depending on your location and the severity of the El Niño event. Always follow the guidance and recommendations provided by local authorities and meteorological agencies to ensure your safety and preparedness. Please subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell for more informative content.